So you want a health system for your game, but you're not sure how to do it? That's what we're here for. We're gonna do that. Stay tuned. Alright then, so here we are in a new project. I've just deleted the stairs and platforms and whatever, and the walls, so it looks nice and clean. So first thing we want to do for a health bar, a health system, is go into your character blueprint, which is there. I haven't used UE5 much. I've literally played around with it for 5 minutes and that's it. So if I get a bit lost, bear with me. Alright, so the first thing we want is a variable called health. And we're going to change that to a float. And we want another one called max health. And you'll see why in a bit. We want to put these values both to 100 because you're going to start off with full health. Now the max health is just saying basically you just state in there what is the maximum health you can have. So let's put 100 in there, and obviously the health at the start of the game you're going to have max health, so putting 100 in there as well. So with those two done, that's awesome. We need to create something that will deal damage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click in here and make a blueprint class actor, and I'm going to create fire. So that is my damage dealer actor. And drag him out into the world there, and I'm going to open the blueprint up, and inside of fire I'm going to add a particle system, just a basic particle system right now. We're going to put fire, select fire in there, and for this you need the starter content. If you don't have the starter content, don't worry about putting the fire in there, as long as you follow on the rest of it. This is just demonstration purposes. So I'm going to add another thing. I'm going to add a sphere collision, and I'm going to attach that up the top there so it's not parented to the actual fire. I'm going to just scale this down, or up a little bit, sorry. I can't go any further than that. Where are we? There you go. Yeah, that looks about right. That'll do us. And then over in the event graph, we're going to delete that. And we're going to go and right click on the sphere, add, begin overlap. I'm going to pull off here and type in third person character, just to check it's our character. And that's it for now. Oh, 1 second, I'm just going to right click again and do a end overlap and copy and paste the character bit just to check it's him or her or them. So that's that. I'm just going to compile that and switch back to the character. Now we need to do a little system here to lower our health. So what we will do is type custom event. I'm gonna call this, I don't know, deal damage. That'll do. And then I'm gonna create another one called something like health lower or something like that. And then what we will do is pull off of this. No, we won't pull off of that. What I'll do actually is let's grab the health. I'm going to control and pull out the health. So, and now what I'll do is I'll pull off that and press, oops, wrong one. Oh man. Right, subtract. So we want to subtract from the health, and then I'm going to alt and drag the health out so we can set it. And then I'm going to plug that into that and set that. So that is now getting our health, whatever it is at the moment. It's going to subtract a number from it, whatever we give it, and then set the health to that remaining value. So that is fine. So what we can do now is let's pull off here and type print string, and just so we can get a visual real quick to see that it's working, we can compile and save that. Switch back to the fire blueprint, and then off of this we can type in deal damage, there. I need to actually, I forgot to link this up. So pull off the deal damage and type in timer, and we get timer by event. And we can plug that event into that. So basically what this is going to do is once this gets called once, it'll set this timer off to the parameters we give it. And what we want it to do is to go every like 0.01 second, and we want it to loop. So this section here will be looped until we tell it to stop. So what I can do is actually do another custom event and say stop damage, and then pull off of that, and then clear timer by function name. This actually, the function name is a different one to event. Like you can have timer by function name. What is it? Timer by function name. Set timer by function name. But this is to run a function in there. Event will run an event here. You can plug the event in, so you can do it on the event graph. But clear timer by function name works on both. So as long as you've got the name in there, which is lower health or health lower. So if we go health lower, it will still clear the function there. So that's good. Let's go over to fire. So when we come out the end overlap of the fire, in other words, when we leave the fire, we want to clear. We want to health. No, deal damage, wasn't it? What was it? Stop damage. That's what it was. Where is it? Stop damage. There you go. Right. So if we press play and we walk into our fire or small, you can see there our health is coming up, and it's not actually, it's not actually taking any health from us because I forgot to put a value in here. So if I put a value in here of 0.1, for example, press play, go in here, you can see it going down there. The longer I stand in it, the quicker my health drops. And if I come out, it stops. So that is perfect for what we want. Now, so what we need now is obviously on-screen display. So we need a HUD for that. So let's go out here and we will right click in there, user interface, widget blueprint. I'll just call it HUD. There you go. So let's open up that. And this is our HUD. This is our canvas panel. So we can start putting things on. So what we want to do is put on a progress bar. And the anchor is up there, so we want it to be, say, bottom center. We just put it there for now. Put it whatever you want, really. And down here, in the %, we're going to click bind, and then create binding. And then we're going to pull that apart, and we're going to need a reference to the player. So what I like to do is to go into the event graph, delete all that, type in on initialized, which is basically begin play for widgets. So whatever you put on this is going to run when the widget first gets called. So what we're going to do, I'm going to do a cast to third person character, and I'm going to pull off there and say get car. Why isn't that working? Get player character, right? Get player character. A little tip for you as well, when you hover over these things, you can hit the little star there, knock it on, so the next time it'll automatically get that. So if I type in, I just have to type in char this time, and it automatically comes up with get player character because I've favorited it. So it'll favor that over other things. So that makes things, searching for things, help easier. So there we go. And we're going to right click that, promote the variable, and I like to call these player ref. So it's a reference to our player. So go back into the % here. We're going to control and drag out the player. We're then going to pull off there and type in health. We're going to get his health. But we're also going to pull out, type in health again, and get his max health. All right, so then we're going to pull off there. We're going to do a divide. We're going to divide his health by his max health, and the return value is getting plugged into there, which is creating the binding right there. So what I'll do is I'll just pull that out so we get a better view of it. You know, it's pretty symmetrical, not perfect, but it'll do. So let's scroll down. I don't like the color being black. Where is it here? Right, black background, black. What I want to do there is click on that, and then if you click on the tint window there, you can drag the alpha down and get rid of that, so it'll just be see-through. And then the color, the fill image there, I'm gonna click on the tint there and change it to green, and that'll do. Happy days. You can also, you know, make this thinner if you want or whatever. So that'll do us there. So I'm gonna compile and save. Let's press play and see what we've got. Oh, we haven't even called the HUD yet. Back in your character on begin play. Begin play. What we want to do is we want to get widget not cast a widget. We want to create create with an E on the end widget. There you go. And then we're going to select our HUD that we just created, and then off of there we want to, off of the return value, we want to say add to viewport so that it plops it up on the screen. So let's compile and save that, press play, and we've got our little health bar. And if I walk into here, you can see it is now going down with my health. If I come out, it stops. If I go back in, it goes down. There we go. Right, so that's good, but let's see what happens when we get to 0. Boom. You can see the health bars disappeared, and the numbers at the top left are still counting down into the negatives. We don't want that. When we get to 0, we basically want to kill the player. So down here, we're going to add on the end of this. In fact, I'll get rid of that because we've got our health bar now. What I'm going to do is pull off here and say, and in fact, what I'll do is drag these a bit further. I'm going to get my health, pull off there and go greater than. There you go. And then pull off there and do a B for branch. If, there we go, there. So if the health is greater than 0, then true, you can take away some health. If it's false, then it means he's at 0 and then he should die. So we're going to go up here and say if it's false, we're going to do destroy actor. Nice. Yeah, that's cool. So if we compile and save that and then run it again, let it go all the way down. Boom. He's gone. He's gone. Obviously not going to respawn because we don't have that code in there. What is this saying? It's just saying it can't find the character because he's dead. Pending kill. Oh my word, have I got to do this for every single error that came up? Is this another one of UE5's quirky bugs? Oh man. Oh, it's gone. It's gone. It's like gaming itself. Right, so what we look at now is what if you want another thing to deal damage, but you don't want it to be going down constant, like fire or lava. If you stand in it, your health's going to deplete. But if you get shot by something, you may only want it to go down, you know, a certain amount. So what I'm going to do is drag this up a little bit to make some room, and I'm going to do another custom event. I'm going to call it, I don't know, one hit. So this will be called then if you get shot by a bullet or punched by something, or you know, someone, or hit by something. So what we're going to do here is we're going to create another variable. excuse me, and we're going to call it amount. And we're going to control drag this out, and we're going to plug that into the amount. So that'll be set then by whatever we're going to be sending it. So from one hit, we're going to select one hit. We're going to add a pin over here, and we're going to call it amount, and change that to a float. So we now have this pin. So what we can do here is alt drag amount out. Oops. Plug that in, plug the amount into the amount. Excuse me, my voice is going. And we can plug that then into there. So instead of running this constant on a timer, we can also access it once per via one hit. So that's going to bring in the amount that we send through. We're going to set the amount, pull it in there. When it runs the code, it will take away amount, whatever we set there, from the health. Hope that makes sense. Let me just pull this down. There you go. Looks neater now and easier to understand. So what we can do, let's go here, get our fire. Where is it? Get our fire, and we'll control W that to duplicate, but I'll call this bullet. So let's open up bullet. And what we're going to do, instead of deal damage, now we're just going to do a one hit wonder and just call one hit. And you can see here we can actually pass through a number. So if I put like 5, I'll put 5, and then I go into the view mode, viewport, I get rid of the fire because we don't need fire anymore. And I'll just lift this off the ground. I'm going to make sure it's not hidden in game so we can see it. Where is it? There you go. Where's the line thickness? Alright, some things have been moved, but anyway, that'll do. We'll be able to see that. So I think that is right. Right, okay, we're not seeing what's going on. Let's go over here. Right, so I can't see it. I haven't put it in, that's why. Have I? Oh man, I'm confusing myself. No, I haven't brought it in. Right, so let's plonk that there, right? And then when we walk into that, there you go. You can see it just deals us one bit of damage. Even if I stand in it, it doesn't keep doing it like the fire does. So every time I walk into it, it takes 5 away. So that could be like bullets or something hitting your character. Bang, bang, bang. Whereas the fire, oh, it goes really quick. And it throws errors because it's trying to continue to kill us. Why is it trying to continue to kill us? I thought we sorted that out. If it's more than... Oh, it's because I'm trying to destroy the actor. I'll just leave it blank. I'll take that destroy off. So if I walk in here now, it should go down. It's not even going down anymore. What's going on? Wow. That works. Oh, there you go. Why is it going so quick? Well, let's have a look. Right, it was because we walked into the fire. Oh, that's why it wasn't working. Right, so if I walk straight to the fire, it doesn't do anything. But if I walk into this, and then walk back into the fire, it goes straight away. Because I haven't set the amount for the fire. Alright, so it's not doing anything. But then when I walk into the... Oh, sorry, this is the fire. When I walk into the hit, it's setting it to 5, because that's what we set it up here. In there, 5. And then, of course, because it's set to 5, when I walk back into the fire, it then depletes by 5. So what we want to do is set a default on this. So we can set it to like 0.01. But of course, what we're going to need to do then is in bullet, when the bullet leaves us, or we leave the bullet, or whatever it is as pulling the attack, we're going to have to do one hit. Or what we can do is just pull off there and set amount. No, not yet. We want to set it. Amount, we want to set amount back to 0.01 maybe. So now when we go in, if we go into the fire, you can see it is going down. I should have put 0.1, not 0.01, but there you go. You can see it's going down slightly. I walk into there, it takes 5 from us each time, but then when we walk back into there, it's gone back to the slow 0.01, which should be 0.1. Compile, save, go back to third person, and the default in here should be 0.1. So we can see it a little bit better. So I go into the fire, you can see it's going down. Go into there, get hit, takes away 5. Go back into the fire, and it goes back to that. So yeah, happy days there. I suppose another way we could do it, rather than using this, we could get rid of that from the bullet, and what we could do is pull these forward a little bit, alt drag out amount, so that we can't get in any kind of mess. When we could pull this, when we call this, it'll automatically set that back to 0.01, so it should now work the same way. So going down slowly, go to there, we get hit, and you go back into there, and it goes down slowly there. That's probably the better way of doing it. And that is that. So yeah, right. Well, what I will do quickly at the end though here is, if you wanted to display numbers as health instead of, or as well as a bar, we could do that as well. So if we grab a text in our HUD here, grab a text, pull it down onto the canvas panel, and we'll just call that health. And you can also rename the progress bar as well if you like. We can call that health bar. We can call this health text. Makes more sense. So what we'll do is we'll anchor this down the bottom middle as well, and we'll drag this down. We'll click size the content. Where's my health? There's my health bar. So say I put this like right above it or something. What we can do then is click bind on the text here. Click bind, create binding, and we're going to do basically the same as we did before on the percentage. We're going to pull off our man here. We're going to get our health. So we're just going to get health. This is a bit easier. And then we can drag that in, and it'll automatically convert from a float to text. And I think that may be it. So we got 100 there. If we walk in here, you can see it going down. And the same there, goes down by 4, and then it goes down. Obviously that's not very attractive looking at the points. So what we can do is, I think we can do something here. You can round. Right, what we can do is, here's the amount of digits. So the minimum we want, let's put 2, because then any single digit would be like 0, 1, 0, 2. And the max has to be 3 because it's 100. So let's put 3. And then the fractional, we just put 0 in both of these so we don't get the fractions. Let's see what that looks like. That may actually do us. 100. Yeah, it's just, there we go, that'll do us. Where's the box? There you go. So it's going down, it's just sticking to single digits now, not fractions. So it's kind of like in integers. And there you go, down to 0. It hits -0, but there you go. You can always stop that there and not have a minus. I don't know if that's possible in here. Always sign, use grouping. Rounds the value. Let's try that one. Maybe that'll stop it going to minus, because it might round it to 0. No, it's gone. It's got something -1 now. Well, we can play around with that. You have to figure that out. positive infinity. 0.1 becomes 1. Negative 0.1 becomes 0. That might be the one we want. Why is the fire so high up? Did I move it? Ah, it's still going, showing up 0. Never mind. That's another problem for another day. Point is the system is working and it doesn't deal any health when you're on 0. Actually, you should be dead when you're on 0 anyway, so you should have that code in place. So there you go. As far as like doing pickups, I may do another video on health pickups, but it's basically just exactly the same, just the opposite way around. Instead of minusing, you're going to be plussing. So, you know, pretty straightforward. If I move that and put plus instead, and put that in there, and put that in there, now the fire will give us health instead. There you go, health's going up instead. Happy days. And then if I go over here, it should add 5 every time I hit it. So that's basically how you do health pickups. Exactly the same, just the opposite way around. You could have this as like a charging zone or something, and then you charge your health up. And then this is an actual just one-off pickup. Yeah, so there you go. Health system. Basic and direct. HUD is done. That works, and we're all happy. So if you enjoyed this tutorial and you want to see more, let me know what kind of tutorials you want to see in the comments below. I'm going to try and get more content out because I've been quite sparse lately. Because I've been working on my game, so that's releasing soon. So hopefully I'll have more time to do tutorials and stuff, which is what I want to do. So let me know what you want to see. And hit the subscribe button and the like and the comment and all that stuff. I hate asking for that stuff, but there you go. As long as you hit the like button, that's good enough for me. So anyway, I will see you again. Ciao lao.